The third regular session of the 18th Congress is hereby called to order. Mr. Secretary, kindly call the roll.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. The Committee on National Defense of the Commission on Appointments, the Honorable Chairman, Representative Luis John A. Ferrer IV is present. The other officers and members of this committee are Alvarez Jr.,
Buksan mo.
Arbison,
Bukas na. Yung sound.
Arbison,
Present.
De La Rosa, Go,
Present.
Lacson, Pimentel III, Cagas, Chipeco Jr., Noel, Noel, Pangilinan, O,
Present.
Ramirez Sato, Recto, Revilla Jr.,
Present.
Villar,
Present.
Subiri, Zamora,
Present.
Almario, Villanueva, Pancho,
Present.
Drilon, Advincula, Advincula,
I'm here. Sorry.
thank you. Heron,
Two members physically present and 12
Mr. Chairman,
present.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Congressman Chipeco.
may I record my presence? I was not able to hear the roll call.
Senator Pimentel is recognized as present.
Congressman Chipeco, boss.
Congressman Chipeco also recognized as present.
Recognized present. Congressman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, with two members physically present and 12 virtually present, the chair declares the presence of a quorum. Majority Leader,
Mr. Chair, I move that we dispense the reading of the minutes of the previous meeting held on September 22, 2021 and consider the same as approved.
is there any objection? Chair hears none. The reading of the minutes of the previous meeting held on September 22, 2021, dispensed with and the same is considered approved. Morning, esteemed members of the Committee on National Defense, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today, your committee will deliberate on the 19 ad interim appointments and 5 nominations of general, flag, and senior officers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Kindly stand up as your name is called. Lorely R. Suarez, to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army Reserve. Lea Santiago, to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army. Nolito A. Kemi, to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army Reserve. Oliver P. Kasunkad, to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Air Force. Victor R. Del Fierro, Jr., to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army. Jim P. Razo, to the rank of Captain, Philippine Navy. Arnold C. 14 to the rank of Captain, Philippine Navy. Ray A. Gubantes to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Air Force. Rizaldo N. Laurena to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army Reserve. Cesar Bernard N. Valencia to the rank of Rear Admiral. Santiago I. Enginco to the rank of Brigadier General. Ferdinand V. Felipe to the rank of Major General. Sorry, Fernando. Sorry, Kuya. Cesar Martin B. Villares to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army. Don B. Templo Nuevo to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army. Maria Cristina O. Basco to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Air Force. Honorato S. Pascual Jr. to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army. Rizaldo A. Fernandez to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army. Elmer M. Bongaling to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army. Ireneo F. Sebastian to the rank of Brigadier General. Rogelio S. Gabi to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army. Romel Anthony Reyes to the rank of Rear Admiral. Fitzgerald P. Cañete to the rank of Captain, Philippine Navy Reserve. Jose F. Castro to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army Reserve. Roger P. Viduya to the rank of Commodore. Mr. Secretary, kindly report on the jurisdictional requirements and other pertinent information relative to the 24 ad interim appointments and nominations in compliance with the new rules of the Commission and the new rules of the standing committees. Before we continue, may we recognize the presence of Senator Ronaldo Bato de la Rosa, sir. Morning po.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The 19 ad interim appointments and 5 nominations dated June 4, July 16 and 19, August 9 and 12, and September 6, 2021 under consideration today by the committee were received by the Commission on July 19 and 29, August 4, 10, and 16, and September 7, 2021 respectively, and were forthwith referred by the Senate President and CA Chairperson Vicente C. Soto III to the Committee on National Defense pursuant to Section 16, Chapter 5 of the new rules of the Commission. The said ad interim appointments and nominations were published on various dates in 2 newspapers of general circulation and broadcast over PTV4 pursuant to Section 2, Article 2 of the new rules of the standing committees. All the appointees and nominees complied with the submission of the mandatory documentary requirements as provided in Section 24, Chapter 6 of the new rules of the Commission. Your Secretariat received a letter from the Deputy Chief of Staff for Personnel, J1, Major General Adriano S. Perez Jr., addressed to the committee chairperson, Representative Luis John A. Ferrer IV, requesting for the waiver of the personal appearances of Colonel Santiago I. Enginco and Colonel Joel F. Castro. The said senior officers tested positive for COVID-19 virus. Colonels Enginco and Castro will be appearing online in today's hearing. There is no opposition filed against any of the appointees and nominees. That is all, Mr. Chairperson, Your Honors.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, I move that the letter request for the waiver of the personal appearances of the above-mentioned senior officers be approved.
Any objection? Chair hears none. Motion is hereby approved. Mr. Secretary kindly administer the oath to all our appointees and nominees, including those who are present online.
Please stand up and raise your right hand. Do you all swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding? So help you God. Mr. Chairman, they are now all under oath.
Thank you, sirs. May we call on Commodore Romel Anthony Reyes, nominated to the rank of Rear Admiral, the most senior among the officers now under consideration, to please take a seat in front. Sir, you may now
With that-
give your opening statement.
With the permission of the chair, may I remove my face shield, sir?
Yes, please go.
To the chair of the Committee on National Defense, Honorable Luis John Ferrer IV, the distinguished members of the Committee on National Defense of the Commission on Appointments, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Commodore Reyes, Philippine Navy, along with 23 senior officers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, appearing before the Committee on National Defense of the Commission on Appointments for our confirmation of our ad interim appointments and nomination before the Commission on Appointments, combined with 690 years of service to the nation and to the Filipino people. I am Commodore Romel Anthony Santo Domingo Reyes, Philippine Navy, currently the Naval Inspector General of the Philippine Navy, with 36 years of service, and I'm commissioned. My source of commissionship is from the Philippine Military Academy, a member of the PMA Macatao class of 1989. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much po. The floor is now open for any inquiries for our members, or if you have any questions. Well, the chair would like to recognize Senator Bongo. Sen. Oh, parang wala pa yata si Sen. Any other members? Was a question? Senator Bato de la Rosa, sir, you're recognized.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. It is very obvious from the opening statement of Commodore Reyes na sinabi niya combined 600 something years of service to the Filipino people. So parang obvious talaga na gusto niyang wholesale endorsement to the plenary yung kanilang appointment, Mr. Chair. Therefore, for that matter, I am strongly endorsing the appointment of these officers with unquestionable courage, integrity, and loyalty to the Filipino nation and the Filipino people, to the plenary for consideration. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Maraming salamat po, Senator Bato de la Rosa. The chair would like to recognize Senator Panfulo Lacson, sir. Ay, wala po. Okay. Any other member wish to manifest or have a question to our appointees? Sorry if I may ask, no, what is the status of our Navy as of now po?
Sir, the status of the Navy, along with whole armed forces and the different major services, the Philippine Army and the Philippine Air Force, we are still on our going second horizon for our modernization to build up our capabilities. But aside from our the obvious acquisition of modern assets the armed forces of the Philippines, along with the Navy, we are also developing our personnel, our bases, and our doctrines, which is also part of the whole modernization program of the armed forces, sir.
Okay. Do you think, sir, when will we acquire our first submarine? Do you think you have a timeline on this?
On our first,
We have a submarine right now.
right now, sir, we do not have a submarine, but based on the modernization program, it is scheduled uh, for the third horizon of the AFP modernization program, sir.
Which is next year.
The third horizon, sir, is from after 2022, so it's 2023 to 2028, sir, or I think 2030. I might be wrong, sir, but it's the third horizon, sir. The second horizon of the modernization will end on 2022, sir.
Okay, sir. I hope this will push through. And okay, now we recognize. Thank you, sir. Now we recognize the presence of Senator Bongo. Sir, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the General or Flag and senior officers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines before us this morning for their exceptional contributions and unrelenting service to the Filipino nation. Let me make of record my full support for the confirmation of the ad interim appointment of Colonel Cesar Villaris na nagsilbi bilang OIC 10th Signal Battalion, Army Signal Regiment, 10th Infantry Division sa Davao del Norte at ngayon ay Assistant Chief of Unified Command Staff for Communications, Electronics and Information System, U6, Visayas Command. And for the confirmation of Brigadier General Ireneo Sebastian, na kasalukuyang commander po ng 55th Engineer Brigade, Philippine Army sa Balo, Lanao del Norte. Further, I would like to extend my full support for the confirmation of the ad interim appointments of Colonel Leia Santiago, Colonel Maria Cristina Basco, Colonel Lorelai Suarez, our admirable and courageous women in uniform. My support goes as well as to Colonel Oliver Casuncag, Colonel Victor Del Fiero, Navy Captain Jim Razo, Navy Captain Arnold 14, Colonel Ray Gumantes, Colonel Don Templo Nuevo, Colonel Honorato Pascual, Colonel Crisaldo Fernandez, Colonel Elmer Bongaling, Colonel Rogelio Gabi, Commodore Roger Viduya. And let me spread into the record my support for the nominations of Rear Admiral Cesar Valencia, Brigadier General Santiago Engquinco, Major General Fernando Felipe, Rear Admiral Romel Reyes, and lastly our AFP Reservist, Colonel Nolito Cueme, Colonel Rizaldo Lorena, Colonel Joel Castro, Navy Captain Fitzgerald Cañete. With that, once again, I would like to thank each and every one of you for your unparalleled service to the Filipino nation and our people, lalo-lalo na po sa panahon ng pandemya. Maraming salamat po sa inyong serbisyo para sa ating mga kababayan at para sa ating bayan. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Senator Bongo. Any other member who wish to manifest or have a question? Senator De La Rosa, sir, go ahead po.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Nabanggit mo na lang rin yung capability ng Navy ngayon. I just would like to add one question to Admiral Reyes. Admiral Reyes, what is your present designation with the Navy right now?
I am currently the Naval Inspector General, sir.
Naval Inspector General. Anong class ka?
PMA Macatao class of 1989, sir.
Anong kumpanya ka noon? Nung playbook ka?
I was originally Bravo, sir, when you were second class, sir, in Alpha, battalion mate, sir.
So therefore, nakatikim ka sa akin.
Your kindness, sir.
Nakatikim nga ng kindness ko. Napakabait ko noon eh. Anyway, my question, Commodore Rear Admiral Reyes, goes this way. Sa ngayon na medyo hirap tayo maghanap ng pondo para sa pambili ng malalaking naval assets. Halimbawa, the Congress will be able to produce funds or maka-appropriate kami ng funds para sa budget ng procurement ng maliliit na fishing vessels and to be manned by our own Filipino naval militia in order to counter the deployment of Chinese naval militia in the West Philippine Sea. Anong tingin mo dito? Okay ba kayo sa Navy kung ganyan ang gagawin natin?
May I answer, sir, the query, sir, of the good senator this way, sir? I am not in the official capacity to officially comment, sir, on the suggestion, the very good suggestion of the good senator. But may I answer, sir, this way, that the armed forces respects the wisdom of our leaders on how we will handle our internal and external affairs. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman, with the permission
Masyadong
Just-
safe
just a
yung
point.
masyadong safe yung sagot mo wag na, we will not take it officially as an official statement from the Navy. Personal mo lang. Personal mo lang being a naval tactician, naval strategist. Kasi hindi ka man naabot sa ranggo na yan kung wala ka experience doon sa dagat. Personal mo lang. Okay ka ba kung gano'n ang gagawin natin? Personal thoughts mo lang.
Mr. Chairman, before the,
Go ahead, Senator.
just a point of clarification, are you being nominated to the rank of Commodore or Admiral?
Rear Admiral.
Rear Admiral, sir.
Rear Admiral. Okay, thank you.
Go ahead. You may answer, Rear Admiral.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I am more than willing to discuss in detail with the good senator on the ideas and the proposals on how to enhance the maritime security of the nation, sir. But for now, sir, on the proposed idea, the way the armed forces approaches its mandate is we consider all possible approaches, may it be conventional, unconventional, symmetric, or asymmetric. Thank you, sir.
Yun, nadali mo rin yung symmetric. Anyway, I am satisfied with that answer. Pag sinabi mong symmetric, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you po, Senator De Rosa. Chair would like to recognize the presence of Representative Josephine Sato. Morning po. Any other member? Any other member who wish to manifest their or have a question to our nominees? There being none, Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, I move that the committee recommends to the plenary for the commission to confirm the 19 ad interim appointments and to give its consent to the 5 nominations of the
Chair.
general flag and senior officers of the armed forces of the Philippines. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, I just have a short manifestation.
Okay, before we proceed, Senator Bong Revilla, you're recognized.
Okay, this is to spread into the record my full support to our men and women in uniform who have been serving our people and the country for several decades. I commend Commodore Romel Anthony Reyes, who is nominated to the rank of Rear Admiral, who has 37 years of military service and is admired for his informal technology expertise and strategic planning. Commodore Cesar Bernard Valencia, who is also nominated to the rank of Rear Admiral with 35 years of military service and currently the highly decorated Chief of Naval Staff of the Philippine Navy Headquarters. Brigadier General Fernando Felipe, who is nominated to the rank of Major General with 33 years of military service, the accomplished commander of the Army Reserve Command of the Philippine Army in Tansa, Cavite. Colonel Santiago Enginco, who is nominated to the rank of Brigadier General with 35 years of service. Colonel Irineo Sebastian, who is also nominated to the rank of Brigadier General with 34 years of service. Commodore Roger Viduya, who is currently the Assistant Superintendent of the Philippine Military Academy with 33 years of service. Colonel Leia Lorenzo Santiago made history as one of the first female graduates of the Academy and graduated third in her class as summa cum laude. Became the first female company commander and battalion commander of a field artillery battalion. Colonel Elmer Bungaling, peace builder who was recently named as one of the 10 outstanding Filipinos by the Metro Bank Foundation. And Colonel Don Templo Nuevo, a gallant officer who is also well admired by sources for helping former rebels start a new life. I commend all of you for your dedication to duty, for all your heroic accomplishments, for your loyalty, and for your courage in the battlefield. Nawa po'y magpatuloy kayo sa inyong mabubuting serbisyo para sa ating minamahal na bansa at maging magandang huwaran sa ating mga magigiting na kawal. Saludo po kami sa inyo. Mabuhay po kayong lahat. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Maraming salamat po, Senator Bong Revilla. Chair would like to recognize the presence of Congressman Rico Heron, sir. So there's a previous motion to refer to the committee
Chair.
to recommend to the plenary for the commission to confirm the 19 ad interim appointments and to give its consent to the 5 nominations of the General and Flag Senior Officers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Is there any objection? Chair hears none. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, there being no other matters to discuss, I move to adjourn the meeting.
Any objection? Motion of the Majority Leader. There being no objection, the meeting is hereby adjourned. Congratulations po sa inyo lahat.
and Appointments in the third regular session of the 18th Congress is hereby called to order. Let us all pause for a minute of silent prayer. Thank you. Please remain standing for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem. The Secretary will please call the roll.
Thank you very much, sir. The honorable members of the Commission on Appointments. Advincula,
Present.
Almario, Alvarez Jr.,
Present.
Harbison,
Present.
Cagas, Chipeco Jr.,
Present.
De La Rosa,
Present.
Drilon, Ferrer de Forth, Heron, Go,
Present.
Lacson, Noel, Pancho,
Present.
Pangilinan, Pimentel III,
Present.
Poe,
Present.
Ramirez Sato, Recto, Revilla Jr.,
Present.
Villanueva,
Present.
Villar,
Present.
Zamora,
Diyan kanina eh.
Subiri.
Present.
The Honorable Chairperson is present.
With one member personally present, physically present, and 17 online, for a total of 18.
Mr. President,
The chair
Mr. President.
declares the Senator Pangilinan.
Yes, sorry. May I know how my attendance was recorded?
Duly noted now as present, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
All
President.
right. So one member physically present and 18 online for a total of 19. The chair declares the existence of a quorum. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, I move to dispense with the reading of the journal of the plenary session held on September 22, 2021 and consider the same as approved.
Any objection? Chair hears none. The journal is approved. May continue, Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, may we now proceed to consider the recommendation of the Committee on National Defense on the nominations and interim appointments of 24 General Flag and senior officers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? Chair hears none. The consideration of the recommendation of the Committee on National Defense is in order. Majority Leader, proceed.
Mr. Chair, I move that the chairperson of the Committee on National Defense, Representative Luis John A. Ferrer IV, be recognized.
Representative Luis John Ferrer IV, the gentleman from Cavite, is hereby recognized.
Thank you po, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chairman, distinguished members of the Commission on Appointments, this representation as Chairman of the Committee on National Defense presided over a public hearing this morning to deliberate on the ad interim appointments and nominations of 24 general, flag, and senior officers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Your committee, after deliberating on their qualifications and fitness during the public hearing, determined that they are all fit and qualified to be promoted to the ranks where they are appointed and nominated, and therefore ruled to recommend to the plenary for the commission to confirm the 19 ad interim appointments and to give its consent to 5 nominations of the general, flag, and senior officers in the Armed Forces of the Philippines, namely Romel Anthony San Diego Reyes to the rank of Rear Admiral.
Any objection? Hearing none. Motion's approved.
Fernando V. Felipe to the rank of Major General.
Any objection? Hearing none. Approved.
Cesar Bernard N. Valencia to the rank of Rear Admiral.
Any objection? Hearing none. Approved.
Roger P. Viduya to the rank of Commodore, Philippine Navy.
Any objection? Hearing none. Approved.
Santiago I. Enginco to the rank of Brigadier General.
Any objection? Hearing none. Approved.
Irineo F. Sebastian to the rank of Brigadier General.
Any objection? Hearing none. Approved.
Victor R. Del Fiero Jr. to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army.
Any objection? Hearing none. Approved.
Lea L. Santiago to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army.
Any objection? Hearing none. Approved.
Rizaldo A. Fernandez to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army.
Any objection? Hearing none. Approved.
Elmer M. Bongaling to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army.
Any objection? Hearing none. Approved.
Rogelio S. Gabi to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army.
Any objection? Hearing none. Approved.
Honorato S. Pascual Jr. to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army.
Any objection?
Mr. President, if I may.
Senator Villanueva?
Yes, this is not an objection, but this representation would like to second the motion of our chair. And if I may just give a very short explanation, I would like to second the motion of our dear chair in promoting our dear kababayan from San Rafael, Bulacan, Colonel Pascual, who rose from the ranks and assumed significant field and staff positions in the different geographical locations of the country until his promotion to his present rank of colonel and his subsequent designation as Director, Philippine Army Intelligence Center for Excellence. Colonel Pascual truly deserves this confirmation, Your Honors, to a higher position in our military service. And I cannot be more proud that a fellow Bulaqueño is excelling in a field that provides valuable information to the Philippine Army. Again, thank you for your service, Colonel Pascual, sir. Congratulations in advance, and God bless you more. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
All right, there is a motion, duly seconded. Any objection? Hearing none. Approved.
Don D. Templanuevo to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army.
Any objection? Hearing none. Approved.
Cesar Martin B. Villariz to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army.
Any objection? Hearing none, approved.
Lorelei R. Suarez to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army.
Any objection? Hearing none, approved.
Rizaldo N. Lorena to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army Reserve.
Any objection? Hearing none, approved.
Nolito A. Kemi to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army Reserve.
Any objection? Hearing none, approved.
Joel F. Castro to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Army Reserve.
Any objection? Hearing none, approved.
Ray A. Gubantes to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Air Force.
Any objection? Hearing none, approved.
Maria Cristina O. Basco to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Air Force.
Any objection? Hearing none, approved.
Oliver P. Kasunkad to the rank of Colonel, Philippine Air Force.
Any objection? Hearing none, approved.
Jim P. Razo to the rank of Captain, Philippine Navy.
Any objection? Hearing none, approved.
Arnold C. Fortin to the rank of Captain, Philippine Navy.
Any objection? Hearing none, approved.
And Fitzgerald P. Cañete to the rank of Captain, Philippine Navy Reserve.
Any objection? Hearing none, approved.
And that is all, Mr. Chair. Salamat po.
Thank you, Representative Ferrer. Majority Leader? Do you have any other matters?
Mr. Chair, there being no other matters to discuss, I move to adjourn.
Any objection? Chair hears none. The session is hereby adjourned.